Most Hyundai owners don't realize their car already has built-in behaviors that can stop random warning lights, fix strange steering issues after a battery change, and even call for help automatically in a serious emergency. You might think you know all the features: mirror folding, auto climate, push button, start. But those aren't the ones that matter. Some of the features here can save you from unnecessary repairs. One of them can protect you when you can't protect yourself. And don't miss hack number 9, because that one can track your car if it's stolen and contact emergency services automatically. Let's start with something that scares a lot of owners. Imagine this. You replace your Hyundai's battery, start the engine, and suddenly a traction control or steering warning light appears on the dashboard. The wheel might feel slightly heavier than usual, or it may not feel perfectly centered while driving straight. That can be unsettling, especially when the car was working perfectly before. Here's the reassuring part. In many situations, nothing is actually damaged. When battery power is disconnected or drops very low, your Hyundai can lose its steering angle reference. The system forgets what straight ahead looks like, and stability control and lane assist rely on that reference point, so when it disappears, the car assumes something is wrong and triggers a warning. Experienced Hyundai drivers know a simple reset. With the engine running and the vehicle stationary, slowly turn the steering wheel fully to the left, then fully to the right. Bring it back to center and drive gently in a straight line for a short distance. This helps the system recalibrate. Often, the warning light clears on its own. No special tools, no unnecessary stress. And once you understand this reset, the next small glitch won't feel nearly as alarming, which leads us to another simple fix most owners overlook. Have you ever changed your Hyundai's battery and noticed the driver's window suddenly won't go up automatically anymore? You tap the switch once like usual, and it stops halfway. Or you have to hold the button the entire time just to close it. That can feel annoying, and some owners immediately assume the window motor is failing. In most cases, it isn't. Hyundai windows use a pinch protection system that remembers the exact upper and lower travel limits. When battery power is disconnected, that memory can reset. The system no longer knows where fully closed or fully open actually is, so it disables a one-touch feature for safety. Experienced Hyundai drivers know the quick fix: start the car. Roll the window completely down and keep holding the switch for about 5 seconds after it reaches the bottom. Then roll it all the way up and hold the switch up for another 5 seconds. That simple sequence allows the system to relearn its limits. Auto up works again, no parts replaced, no service visit, just restoring lost memory. And next, we'll look at a small habit that can prevent a dead battery altogether. Have you ever left your Hyundai parked for several days, came back, and the battery felt weak or completely dead? You're sure you didn't leave any lights on, nothing was plugged in, yet the car struggles to start? That can feel confusing and sometimes expensive. Here's what many drivers don't realize. Modern Hyundais are never fully off. Even when parked, systems like the smart key sensor, alarm, and control modules stay lightly active in the background. They don't use much power, but over time, small drains add up. If your key fob is stored too close to the vehicle, like inside a nearby room or garage wall, the car may continue communicating with it. That constant searching prevents the vehicle from entering deep sleep mode. Experienced Hyundai drivers help the car rest properly. They store the key fob a little farther away during long parking periods. They make sure every door is fully shut and locked. After locking, they avoid reopening a door immediately so the system can power down fully. It sounds simple, but it makes a difference. If you're finding this useful so far, take a second to like the video and subscribe. I break down real ownership tricks most drivers never hear about, and the next few hacks get even more interesting. And now let's look at what happens to your climate control after low voltage. Have you ever jump-started your Hyundai or replaced a weak battery, only to notice the air conditioning feels off afterward? Maybe the airflow seems stronger than usual, maybe the temperature doesn't match what you selected, or the cabin just doesn't feel as balanced as it used to. That can make you think something inside the system is failing. In many cases, it isn't. Your Hyundai's climate control relies on temperature sensors and stored calibration data to regulate airflow and cooling. When battery voltage drops very low, or power is interrupted, those learned values can reset. The system is still working, it just needs time to reorient itself. Experienced Hyundai drivers keep it simple. Start the engine and set the climate control to auto. Choose a comfortable temperature around 22 degrees Celsius or 72 degrees Fahrenheit, and let it run without adjusting anything for several minutes. During a short drive, the system recalculates cabin temperature and airflow balance. Often, performance smooths out on its own. It's not a repair, it's recalibration. And next, we will look at a small mirror feature that can quietly protect your wheels every time you park. Have you ever backed into a tight parking space and worried about scraping your wheels on the curb? Even experienced drivers feel that small tension when visibility is limited. One wrong angle and the rim makes contact. Here's something many Hyundai owners don't realize. On models equipped with memory mirrors, your car may automatically tilt the side mirrors downward when you shift into reverse. This gives you a clearer view of the curb and parking lines. But the smarter part is this. You can teach the mirrors exactly how you like them positioned. Shift into reverse, then adjust the mirror to the angle that gives you the best view of the ground beside the car. Once set, the vehicle stores that position in memory. The next time you reverse, the mirror tilts to your custom angle automatically. Shift back into drive, and it returns to normal. No extra steps, no constant readjusting. It's a quiet feature that works in the background, protecting your wheels without you thinking about it. And speaking of hidden backups built into your Hyundai, let's look at what happens when your key fob battery dies unexpectedly. Push button start feels effortless until the day your key fob battery suddenly dies. You press the brake, you hit the start button, nothing happens. That moment can feel stressful, especially if you're late, it's raining, or you're parked somewhere unfamiliar. Many drivers assume they're stranded. In most cases, you're not. Hyundai designs its push start systems with a built-in backup. Even if the fob battery is completely dead, the transponder chip inside the key can still be detected at very close range. The vehicle just needs the signal to be closer. Experienced Hyundai drivers know the trick. Hold the key fob directly against the start button while pressing the brake. On many models, this allows the car to read the chip and start normally. Some vehicles may have a marked area near the column or buttons specifically for this purpose. No towing, no emergency locksmith. Just a quiet backup system working exactly as intended. And once you understand that your Hyundai has layers of protection built in, the next feature we're about to discuss becomes even more reassuring. Have you ever disconnected your Hyundai's battery and later noticed the sunroof behaving strangely? Maybe it won't auto-close smoothly, maybe it stops halfway, or it refuses to respond the way it used to. That can feel like an expensive mechanical problem waiting to happen. In many cases, it isn't mechanical at all. When battery power is lost, the sunroof system can forget its position limits. Just like power windows, it relies on stored memory to know where fully open and fully closed are. Without that reference, the safety logic disables normal, one-touch operation. Experienced Hyundai drivers know there's usually a simple reset. Turn the ignition on and fully close the sunroof. Once it reaches the closed position, continue holding the close button for several seconds. On many models, this triggers a reinitialization sequence. The system relearns its upper and lower limits automatically. After that, smooth operation often returns. No new parts, no dismantling trim, just restoring lost calibration. And speaking of systems that rely on memory and logic, let's look at your door locks and why they sometimes behave unexpectedly after low voltage. Have you ever noticed your Hyundai locking or unlocking at times that don't feel quite right? Maybe the doors lock sooner than expected when you start driving, maybe they don't unlock when shifting into park, or the timing just feels different after a battery replacement. That can feel irritating and sometimes even concerning. In many cases, the locks themselves aren't the issue. After a battery disconnect or low voltage event, the vehicle's body control module can lose certain learned behaviors. Hyundai door locks follow program logic based on speed, gear position, and driver input. When power resets, that logic can temporarily act out of sync. Experienced Hyundai drivers don't rush to the dealership. They begin by checking the vehicle settings through the infotainment menu, where features like speed-based autolock or shift-based unlock can be customized. Then they use the car normally, locking, unlocking, driving short distances, and shifting into park. Over time, the system relearns typical driver behavior and stabilizes. It's not a hardware failure, it's logic adjusting. And now let's talk about the one feature built into many Hyundais that matters most when something serious happens. Think of Hyundai BlueLink as a quiet partner riding with you every day. You don't see it working. You don't think about it during normal drives, but it's there, ready. Many newer Hyundai models include an SOS button near the rearview mirror. In a stressful situation, a breakdown on a dark road, feeling unsafe in an unfamiliar area, pressing that button connects you to a live operator who can see your vehicle's location and send assistance. That alone brings peace of mind. But the most powerful part is what happens if you can't press anything at all. In a serious collision, the system can automatically detect the impact and contact emergency services. An agent attempts to speak to you through the vehicle while help is already being dispatched. If the vehicle is ever stolen, BlueLink can also assist with tracking after a police report is filed. It's not dramatic, it's practical. Because when seconds matter, your Hyundai may already be calling for help, and that's something experienced drivers never ignore. And now let's quickly recap what experienced Hyundai drivers do differently, because what's about to come is all you need. None of these hacks require special tools or advanced mechanical skill. They require awareness. Hyundai builds intelligent systems that rely on calibration, memory, and proper input. When power is interrupted or settings reset, the car isn't usually failing, it's simply adapting. Experienced Hyundai drivers understand this. They don't panic at the first warning light. They reset, they recalibrate, they let the system relearn. That small difference in knowledge saves time, money, and unnecessary stress over the years. If you found even one of these hacks helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe. In the next one, I'll break down the most expensive Hyundai maintenance mistake owners make without realizing it, and how to avoid it before it costs you.